Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm Conistip and this is going to be part 52 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. And a couple episodes ago I did take a crack at taking Cilicia with a couple of my armies that were stationed up here around Antioch. And we had ourselves a pretty good battle, but I've had to come back to Antioch and regroup. And currently I'm trying to retrain my armies faster than hopefully the Seleucids will be able to retrain theirs. I would imagine they should be broke and they shouldn't be able to train anything at all. But if the AI is getting any money at all just for, cheating, then they might be able to. In fact, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's only been, I guess, in a couple turns, but they might not be able to train anything. And that would be nice because then I could just kind of take my time here. But I am trying to press things along and I'm trying to get these armies up to speed as fast as possible. I have plenty of settlements on the job, so it shouldn't take too long before I can go right back in there and take another crack at it. And then out to the west here, I've been doing pretty well with a pretty skeleton crew of armies here. The primary pusher was this mercenary force that was able to take a few settlements, and then also this force has taken Ancyra as well. They came all the way out from I think they were up here initially. And so they've had quite the journey, and unfortunately, they can't really retrain their units in Ancyra or Ancyra. Ancyra. I think I'm calling it Ancyra. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't retrain anything here because there's nothing here for me to really use from a military standpoint. Luckily, there isn't really any pressure coming from the Greeks or the Seleucids. They're not trying to break out really. And the Greeks themselves are also pretty well contained here in Mazaka. They still do have this force here that's just kind of staring me down on this bridge forever. They could actually make a difference if they wanted to come back towards Mazaka. They could make a difference, but they're just, continually trying to stare me down here on this river. And I'm kind of okay with that because I outnumber them when it comes to armies and troops and settlements, so it's all a matter of time. Now, for these armies, though, I'm a little bit limited to what I can do from here, just because, again, Merc's army, not super great. It's kind of shabby. It has gotten the job done. As far as my infantry goes in this army, it's not really, I struggled enough taking Nicomedia, and that was almost a disaster based on my memory. And there are a couple Greek units that are kind of floating about, and if I can get away with it, I would like to snipe them while they are out on their own. One unit of armored hoplites. Yeah, I would love to take that out before they can kind of group up with anything, really, whether it's going back to Mazaka or whether it's meeting up with their forces in Pergamum. And then there is this unit of heavy onagers as well. So same deal, I would like to take it out if I can. So it's going to be just a matter of, can I leave these settlements while keeping the population order fine. And here in Sardis, I might be able to do that. I've been here long enough so that maybe I can pull that off. I don't need much to kill an onager, right? In fact, I could probably just bring my, Shabaka, and he could do the job. Now, I also have taken Kydonia here in Crete. This is going to have a little bit of rioting, I imagine. I can't get the public order low enough. That's even with all of these peasants queued up. So I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue, though. In 2 turns, the governor's villa is going to be finished, and the public order bonus from having, more troops garrisoning the province or the settlement is going to start kicking in next turn. So, yeah, we might have some rioting, but I don't think it's going to go on for an additional turn. It should just be the one turn. And I don't think it's an issue until it's 2 turns of rioting, right? I think that's when it becomes an issue, I think. So that should be okay. It's just a question of when can we make our next move and take Pergamum? Pergamum, despite the fact that it looks like it's lightly defended, I'm pretty sure this is 5 units of armored hoplites, and armored hoplites, my goodness, they are really showing themselves to be a rather substantial unit. It's one of those units that kind of takes you by surprise, at least it took me by surprise, because it has such a generic name to it, but then you fight it a few times and you're like, geez, what beats, these guys are no joke. They really are. Are they? You tell me, are they one of the top 5 heavy infantry units in the game? They kind of strike me that way. They, what would it be? Urban cohorts and Spartans are at the top 2. Bull warriors up there as well. And then what else? Armored hoplites? They might be top 5, right? you let me know. But yeah, they've been very impressive. They're one of those units that kind of makes me wish that I had artillery just to bomb them with, you know, or more Pharaoh's bowmen, which I don't think I have in either, like, any of my Western armies. They're all kind of, I get regular bowmen and that's it. And the missile attack on my regular bowman just isn't quite up to snuff when it comes to killing armored hoplites. Although I do have my Cretan archers here in Nicomedia, that's helpful. And I do have my Rhodian slingers, yeah, here in Sardis. So there is some missile power available for you know, chipping down armored hoplites. Still, 5 units is, you know, that's a crunchy army right there. So they might be kind of tough to get through, especially when they're, you know, defending stone walls as well. That can be kind of tricky. So I think that the good news is that I can train stuff in Rhodes, Halicarnassus, Sardis, and Nicomedia. I can put together an army that can actually accomplish something, you know, fighting armies that are a little bit more substantial. Now, it seems, you know, might be overkill because, again, you just keep looking at this army and then this army as well. I think it's a Greek cav and like 2 skirmishers or something. Not much, but again, like you put them behind the walls of Pergamum, I could get a draw out, you know, if I were to attack now. But again, even on open plains, could I beat armored hoplites? I don't know. Maybe. I have a lot of like javelins in this army up here, and you know, light cav and Bedouin archers and stuff like that. I could really make a go at it. You know, I could, but I think the safer route is just to kind of build stuff up and make a better go at it that way. So this might be an episode where I do spend a little time to build up. You know, I don't like to put the brakes on like that. I do like to keep going here, but this might be that episode where I have to kind of put the brakes on a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm dealing with plague here in Alexandria. This is one of my prime recruiting centers right now for my army that I'm putting together to eventually attack Cyrene. So down here in Siwa, I am going to be fighting off a Scipii invasion force that's attacking. They just went straight for the settlement and they didn't just ignored my army that was right outside of the settlement. I can just let the AI control this army and I can 2v1 this army and just, you know, crush them. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. They do have 2 onagers, so that's fun. And yeah, a lot of early legionaries, some basic regular legionaries, praetorians. Like this is a good army. It really is. So this could be kind of fun to fight. Hopefully my AI controlled general does not throw himself to his death. So that would be awful. But you know, that's the game we play when we want to have some fun here. So I don't want to take too many losses. There are other Scipii coming on in here and then here. And then, as always, once I defeat a wave of Scipii Romans coming from the west, it's always tempting to think, hey, maybe I can make a run for Cyrene. It's so far away, though, and I don't think that I can really march out from Siwa, you know, because the casualties that I would take, the attrition that I would take fighting my way west, I think that it's better to take Cyrene and then advance this way, you know, from a settlement, right? That's closer and that I can replenish my stuff with. Actually, do I have, what buildings are here? What can I do? So if they have a practice range, so that's just for my skirmishers. And then they have a cavalry stables. So this would be for up to my Nubian cav, I think. And then that's it. No barracks. Oh, Legion barracks. Okay. So let's see. What does this get me? This would get me. I'm trying to think. Is it the? With this? Early legionary cohorts. That's a tier 3. Does it get me desert axes or Pharaoh's guards? Oh my goodness! I need to remind myself now. What does my tier 3 get me? Tier 3, minor city, barracks, and desert axe. Okay, so it does give me desert axes and Nile spears, of course. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's okay. It's not. What about their blacksmith? Do they have a blacksmith and an armor? Because that would be for my chariots. They have a blacksmith. Yes. So I would be able to retrain my Egyptian chariots, but not my chariot archers, unfortunately. But still. That's something, you know, that's a start. That's something that I can use to springboard myself further west. Now, out in the east, I am hunting down brigands to infinity out here. So we'll be getting that fight in. And then I am marching north as well. I have stationed this army here on what I hope is a hill, so that if the Parthians attack me, I can kill them, and then continue marching north to Campus Alani. And I'm going to continue to train up a small force here in Asakia, so that I can take it by boat up north to put some pressure on Campus Sakai. My hope is that if I can take out the... I'm hoping that if I can take out the Parthians, then maybe the Armenians will be more agreeable. And they might decide that, you know, they were amenable to having a protectorate or becoming a protectorate at some point. I would have to save up more money, of course. That's probably something... This is probably going to be like a goal for once I've finished securing Anatolia, I suppose. And then maybe I can take a little bit of a breather and just save up a bunch of money to try to make another crack at making them my protectorate again. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be wanting to sell off Campus Sakai and Campus Alani. I say sell off. That's probably not how that works. As much as it kind of feels like it should work that way when you give settlements to other factions. It's my understanding that you typically have to pay other factions to take settlements off of you. It's kind of weird. I can kind of get it because of the burden of governing someplace that's, you know, it costs stuff and it takes, you know, attending to and all that. And the Scythians might not really be in a position where they feel like they can do that. Still, you know, if I have to pay them to take those settlements, I think that'd be still fine. I do, if I can, I would like to continue to try to support them. I know that that boat has long since sailed, but and yeah, the Brudi are just so strong. So like, what's the point? But I would like to still do that. The Britons are probably going to be the faction that I'm going to have to ally with to try to crunch the Romans from both sides. Yeah, they seem to be the only faction that can really stand up to them. And yeah, it's not really the Spanish. Spanish seem like they're on their way out, unfortunately. So I think first things first, let's go over here and fight the brigands that are outside of Susa. Do we know what they have? 2 archers, 3 Eastern infantry, then 1 unit of peasants, 1 horse archer, and then 1 rebel general. Horse archer, eh? So you're not going to have the long-range missiles, I would hope. Still, you know, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. You know, my army itself is pretty scrappy. But, you know, I have Nubian Cav, I got some archers, Nubian spears, Nile spears. I have chariot archer as well. Cool. Desert Cav. Yeah, it's okay. So let's get it done. They have 719 men, but yeah, I should be able to get this one done. The enemy army is going to be starting off right ahead of me on a small little slope. Shouldn't be too much of an advantage for them, but it is going to be worth that I come on over from this angle just to try to mitigate any advantage they get from height. From here, what I think I would like to do actually is switch my chariots around over to this side so that I'm not facing up against their horse archers. And then I can have my horse archers face off against their... Or I could have my Bedouin archers face off against their horse archers. And then maybe... Trying to think, do I want to keep my Nubian Cav on the left side or do I want to switch them over to the right side? Maybe keeping them on the left side will be okay. They can protect the chariots when they come over. That's more like it. I prefer this arrangement, I think, and although I do outnumber their archers 3-2, they still do have a slight height advantage, so it's going to be important that I do keep up the pressure here and march on forward, because I don't think that I can win a ranged duel convincingly, at least. You know, maybe I can if I get all of my, you know, Bedouin archers involved as well. But quite frankly, I'm kind of okay with them just zoning out their horse archers. And then once they are dealt with, I can kind of turn around and then start shooting at their main core of their army. It does appear as if their general's units are going to be maybe making a move on my Nubians, maybe not. And yeah, now they are sending their Eastern Infantry on over, so let's go ahead and back up with my Nubians, and my chariots can start shooting at them as well. And yeah, if we can bait some charges, looks like my archers are now getting some shots in, Bedouins, and my basic bowmen as well. And they brought their archers forward. Alright, and they didn't chase my Nubians. Let's bring them back up, and chariots come back up as well. And yeah, 3v2. Wait, do they only have one archer? No, they have two archers. Yeah, that's right. I mean, if they just want to leave their general unit right in front and allow him to get shot, that is fine by me. Let's make sure, are you guys able to shoot? Yeah, you guys can move up. And I don't want my chariot archers to get shot by anything. That's why I'm being really... I want to make sure they're getting shot. It looks like they are, so let's back up. Yeah, that is not what I want. They are super fragile. So when they take any return fire, it starts, you know, looking really bad. Now, I think I wouldn't mind taking this fight right here with my Nubians. Let's see, there's no spears that are going to help out. No. Yeah, it looks like we got the charge, which is perfect. Yeah, they're melting. That's wonderful. Alright then, let's keep marching up with my spears. And my center can move up. The order not register? No. Okay, there we go. And yes, their general is now dead. Looks like those archers were routed off as well. So that was a pretty good initial engagement for us. Let's continue to put some pressure on them with my Bedouin archers as well. And looks like, are we in range of stuff? No, we are not. So let's continue moving up. And Nubians play it safe by getting back here. And now what do they want to do? They want to march up with their Eastern Infantry and put some pressure on my chariots. Classic. So just back up. Create some distance, and then same thing with the Nubians as well. Make some distance. Don't let those spears catch us in a melee, and they want to back up. So let's just go back then. You here, and then you here. And they still have their horse archers. 35 men. Are we shooting them with our Bedouin archers? Yes, we are. And yes, your move, brigands. You're the ones that wanted this. You wanted to be brigands? Well, this is what you get. Yeah, peasants are routing before they even get into they just get into contact as they're fleeing. Eastern Infantry now, and let's see, Eastern Infantry. Yeah, they are running off, and it looks like we just have to break a couple more units here. Archers, Eastern Infantry. Their horse archers are now being shot down. And we're close. We're close. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel like this army is very close to breaking for good. Although these Eastern Infantry did rally. But I would like to get a charge in on those archers. Can I get some cav up here? Yeah, I'll try to get my cav into those archers. Because once they're dealt with, I would imagine that... I mean, that's the primary damage arm of this army, is their archers. Let's see, I don't want to charge those spears, though. That's not what I want. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, guys. You can do it. You can do it. Alright, let's see if we can spread out and get around them. Yeah, this army just keeps on, like, rallying and coming back, and it seems like it should be like so close. Yeah, those peasants are charging into my Nubians and breaking immediately. Here's what we want. This is what we wanted. Perfect. So you guys go up here and go there, and then you guys go back here, and they're breaking. It looks like we got into the archers on this side, and now just those Eastern Infantry just rallied as well. And this should be breaking, right? Nothing here is... Oh, those are Eastern Infantry. God damn it. Okay, they're good thing they broke, because that was a bad fight for us. We lost 123 men, and we got rid of them. Nice. Perfect. I think that army was right on a road, too, so they were cutting off a bit of income for me. Yeah, I think that's what that counts as. You know, I think they were standing right there, so they were probably getting rid of a lot of trade for me, and devastation is 180, so like Not super bad, but it still does add up. And then trade, I think. So I think this indicates that it was 326 and now it's going to go back up to 418 now that the army has been gotten rid of. I think that's what that means. So it makes sense to me. Let's just look at this. How much would the Grand Bazaar get me? 418 to 450, so nothing too crazy. Probably not worth it. But we can send this army back down to, guess what? To go after this brigand army. Eastern infantry, peasants, and a mystery unit, so nothing too crazy. But now we can come down here to Siwa, and let's fight this. Now that I got a little warm-up battle in, let's go ahead and fight some Romans. So let's take you, led by Philippus the Conqueror. 70, Jesus, you're 74, holy moly. And superior attacker, so that's pretty good. So he's going to be a 6-star general when he's attacking. Let's see, -2 from personal security. Interesting. If you kill a man, you're a murderer. Kill many and you're a hero. Kill them all and you're a conqueror. T total. Okay. +3 to management and 50% penalty to popularity of the people. I guess that doesn't matter because that's only like a Roman trait, I suppose. Let's see here. Anything else that would give me an advantage here? Roman turncoat +1 command when fighting against Romans. So he's going to be a 7-star general. That's pretty good. Yeah, 7 stars, Master of Horse, +1 command when commanding cavalry. So I think that's already being included, I think. I could recruit some mercenaries. That's kind of tempting, actually. Numidian mercenaries are pretty nice. Libyans, meh. But Numidians. I do have an open slot here because I did train up a unit of desert axes for this army, and then they, were put under siege first before I could put them into this army. So I have an open slot. I could get some Numidian mercenaries. It's tempting. +1 command when ambushing. That'd be really cool to get an ambush out. I've been trying. I tried a little bit. I'd like to try it some more, get some ambushes going. Oh yeah, let's get these guys. And let's fight these guys. So I actually can't have 3 armies. But yeah. I would like everyone to get involved, I suppose. So you're going to be 7 stars. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars. I thought you were going to be 7. +3 from attacking and then +1 from fighting Romans. So I'm not really sure what happened to that extra star. And Neferetiabet Auletes, another 6-star general. So hopefully I don't lose him. But that is the risk that we're going to take just to have a little bit of fun here fighting the Romans.
The bloody day has come. This will be the last for many, come what may. Our enemies will fall today! Soldiers, prepare to defend yourselves!
I now have my army all grouped up and ready to go. It looks like we might have a slight downhill advantage. Well, no, they're probably going to be up on that hill. Yes.
The reinforcements are here, but will they be enough for final victory?
Alright, so they're coming in from that side. And then, is it just that army? It's not going to be that 3rd army, correct? They're not going to be coming on right away. Right. Unless, did I just see something? Is this the... So those are reinforcements. And they're... So all 3 armies are on, aren't they? Is that what's happening? Okay, well I better get going then because I don't want to miss out. No. And yeah, actually, shit, yeah, they have onagers too. Yeah, onagers and a hill position, so that's it's a little bit dicey. It's a little bit dicey. We might take some knocks here as we advance. I'm going to move off to my right so that I can try to make some room for this army to come through the center, and we can essentially get a full envelopment on the Roman army on the hilltop. And that way they have to divide their attention. You know, if they want to focus one of us with their artillery, then the other two armies will be closing on in. Already, one of my reinforcements, chariots, are going up a little bit too close. There's no need for this, guys. There is no need for this. Like, they're even getting ahead of their own armies, you know? That's not even like a me thing. That's just... they're just going on ahead of their own dudes. Alright, well, I guess they're just gonna get shot to pieces by whatever. Actually, come to think of it, do the Romans... do they have archers? Or, like, javelins? Or do they just have the onagers? Because if it's just the onagers might waste ammo trying to, you know, shoot a moving chariot unit. What do they have? I'm trying to see. So they do have light auxilia. So they do have some javelins. Yeah, looks like they're taking some javelin. They might be taking javelin fire, so that's not great, guys. You are chariots. Come on. For goodness sake. Like... Why? Why are you doing this? Get back here. Come on. Alright, let's try to move up and let's try to support these goofballs who have a death wish. Although, I say that, like, they haven't taken any knocks, have they? The light auxilia somehow are not in range of the chariots. I would think they would be, you know, because they have a height advantage. And, oh, okay, there was the onager hit. Did it kill anything? It got one chariot. Yeah, it did. Still, like, that's not... bad, I guess, you know, it could have been 2 chariots. That was a complete whiff. All right, hey, that got 2. That was painful. That got 2. It has a decent rate of fire, doesn't it? They're kind of whipping those stones right out. Well, that's kind of terrifying, considering that I'm about to march right on into that. And I have my, you know, deep infantry formations all grouped up here, so... Let's see. Oops, I get my chariots left behind. That's classic Khan. Classic Khan. Here, you guys can start running just to catch up. Just to catch up here. Alright guys, be careful. Don't get killed. We still have a lot of Roman territory to conquer. And yeah, you know, the less casualties we take in this battle, the faster we can get to conquering. Oh, they got the flaming onagers going. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, well luckily those are less accurate, correct? It's my understanding that the flaming artillery pieces are less accurate, but they cause a even bigger morale debuff than normal artillery pieces. That is my understanding of how that works. So that might end up being okay, actually. You know? Might take less casualties. Oh, we got 2 of my chariots right there. Got 2 of my chariots. Rest in peace, guys. Just keep marching. Keep marching. Oh, got my horses. Got my horses. At least the desert cav are like spaced out. Although, did they cook like three of them? 3 or 4? That's more than I thought. Yeah, we gotta keep it up. Keep up this pressure. Are we at least in range of them shooting wise? Like, can we shoot at them? No. Yep. I'm actually surprised that my reinforcements haven't like rushed on in. Typically, you know, I would kind of, except for that one unit of chariots, which, you know, wisely did kind of keep its distance after its initial skirmishing phase. If we can get some javelins tossed at those guys, that'd be nice. And yeah, just keep it up, guys. Keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure. Moving up here. Moving up here. Oh god, that was rough. That was brutal. They got 3 chariots with that blast. Oh, two more. Oh god. The devastation. The brutality. Yeah, they're getting a surprising amount of damage done against my chariots. Oh god, that was like four chariots got blasted. Can we get it cheeky charging on light auxilia? And then chariots. Alright, get back. And then move up with them. And are we getting jav tosses in? No, we're not. We are not. You guys are welcome to. Are you guys in jav range? No? Not yet? Alright, let's get moving up. And might want to consider... Alright, things are getting a little messy here. The armies are starting to overlap. So let's back up with my cav. And chariots... Chariots move out to the flanks, actually. Move out here. And then cav as well move out to here. There. So my reinforcements will distract them, and then my guys will move on up. So yes, now it gets a little bit chaotic. There we go. Just keep pace. Just keep pace here. So yeah, Roman cav. So let's send cav in to go after the artillery pieces. And the Numidians continue to skirmish their Roman cav. And Romans are charging on in. Let's try to face here. Yeah, our armies are completely like it's kind of a mess. Let's see here. Let's just look for targets of opportunity. So let's try to snipe their general with my desert cav. Can you click? There we go. And then chariots. So let's send them in to try to get that general as well. There we go. So that's a pretty good snipe, I think. And then Numidians. So, alright, let's get... we got countercharged. Roman cav. This heavy cav. So yeah, he's down. We got the snipe there. So let's get here and then here. And then where's my Numidians? Numidians, you're over here. That's fine. Is there any targets for them to take out? Praetorians? Yeah, let's get my cav back. Here. And then chariots over here. Yep, Roman cav. So let's just go here. And you guys can charge them. And infantry. How are we doing? Looks like everyone's just shooting into this blob of like Praetorians and legions and stuff, so... Actually, let's send up my spears, my phalanx, to fix this. And then let's bring back my slingers to this side here. Yeah, now my guys can advance in a line, and they can advance right through the Praetorians. And then let's get my desert axes off to this flank here, so that we can get a flank in. So that was one of my captain units, so I'm not too worried about him. Oh, look, we can do the Cantabrian Circle. Sweet, well, it feels like I can never do it. I can never do it when I try, but yeah, of course the AI can pull it off. Alright, let's try to hunt down early legionaries. That's not really something you hunt down with light cav, so let's just turn around with my chariots. And it looks like we broke the main core of their army here. I don't even know if that was due to me or what. I don't know what happened there. I'm not going to take credit for that. What in goodness gracious is happening? So yeah, let's move up there. Looks like slingers might be getting some good stone tosses in. And auxilia is coming on in. Perfect. Got desert axes. Hey, let's continue this. Yeah, let's get those guys going. And then... yep, run down here. And... chariots run down as well. Let's just get rid of all of these Romans. Can we still get them or no? Are they still too far out of range, maybe? We will see. That was pretty fun, though. You know, it was definitely overkill, but, you know, it's nice to have some fun here. There's just going to be 9 more legionary cohorts running for their lives. They think they're going to make it out of this desert alive, but that is probably not going to be the case. Marching east was the worst mistake of their lives.
And all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Yeah, pretty decisive. I'm curious to see how bad the losses were on my side. So they got 579 kills. Alright. for, you know, for all three armies, that's not so bad. And the general that we lost was just a captain. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that my two generals are still, I mean, mine is, but I'm pretty sure that Nefertiti Aletes is still alive as well, I would imagine. Let's take a peek at this. Casualties inflicted, yeah, Bowman did well, of course. Slingers also did well, of course. Yeah, Desert Cav. Nile Spears probably didn't even get into action, I would imagine. And yes, Egyptian Chariot Archers always doing well. Egyptian Chariots, yep, they got in as well. Desert Axes. Okay, one of them got into action. That's kind of funny. Didn't even see that happen, but that's how that goes. All right, so it's...
Victory!
Yeah, so trait increase, Philippos the Conqueror, Great Commander, +4 command. Holy smokes, that guy. It's too bad he's like old. In fact, he's old. So I should start giving some of this stuff away to someone who's younger. You are 30. You are 30, yeah. Yeah, I should be giving you some stuff. Superior Commander, Superior Attacker, +3 command when attacking. Yeah, that explains why he was a 6-star general. And Victor, +2 influence, -1 from personal security. Loyal is good, honest is good. +4 to law, yeah, that's very good. Yeah, he has a lot of law traits. And Desert Scout, Roman Turncoat. Okay, so he already has that. +1 command when fighting against Romans. Again, that didn't show up in his thing. He is only a 6-star general. He wasn't a 7, so I'm a little confused by what's happening with that. Like, why isn't that showing up in the pre-battle screen? I wonder. I wonder. Alright, so let's see here.
My liege.
I think... So, like, can you get into contact with us? You could, but you're probably just going to put the settlement under siege again, kind of like the other guy did. So what I would like to do is bring Philippos the Conqueror into Siwa. And then I can bring some of these good things, some of these good retinue, and give them over to Nefertiti. So I think that the only two that are worth giving him is going to be the Master of Horse, can be given to him, and then the Decorated Hero for that 20% discount on unit training costs. That looks pretty good as well. And then, was there one more? Biographer for +1 influence. That seems pretty good as well. He doesn't have a biographer, do you? No, you did not. Yeah, influence is good. That can increase your bodyguard, I reckon. Although I don't know. Your bodyguard got a little bit beat up, I suppose, so I don't know what your full strength bodyguard is, but I can give that to you. And no, that doesn't increase his bodyguard, unfortunately. But still, that's probably best to do it that way. And now let's go back to training these armies back up. Obviously, this army needs to be retrained, I think. Let's go... Let's bring you back out. And let's get back to retraining these guys. Over here in Galatia, I would like to pick off this unit of armored hoplites, so I'll probably just have to bring my general, some slingers, 3 archers, what else? Desert axes, and Egyptian chariot archers. That should be enough to kill 1 unit of armored hoplites, right? Let's make sure that Ankara is going to be okay. Lower the taxes? Yeah, they're going to be just fine. So, let's... Yes. That's like still a a decent amount of strength ratio, considering it's just 1 unit of armored hoplites. But I have the ranged tools so that I should just be able to shoot them down. And of course, they're going to be way up there on top of the mountain, you know, because why not? Why wouldn't they be? Let's go up there and get in range with my ranged units and see if we can bring them down off of that mountain. Unfortunately for us, the sandstorm has whipped up here, so that's going to be diminishing the effectiveness of our ranged units. But again, I mean, we just have so much here, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Our chariot archers and our slingers are now in range, so now we just have to bring up our foot archers. and we will be able to shoot at them from all sides. They want to bring their spears down and go into phalanx formation. That's not going to help them one single bit because, yep, they're just getting pinged and plonged and plooped from all different angles right now. So, yeah, they're down to 67 men already. They're going to be taking the slinger bolts from their offhand side, which, remember, is going to be the side where the shield value is actually being modeled from. So their like non-shield side, or their shield side is actually going to be their non-shield side when it comes to their shield bonus. So that means my chariot archers should be doing a fair, decent bit of damage shooting in from this side. And the fact, man, the fact that they like only lost 3 men and just like, yeah, they're starting to lose more, but still, like, they're just getting absolutely pummeled. And they're not losing men as fast as you would think, you know? Like, it kind of looks like, you know, it kind of looks like they're going to make contact with my Desert Axes. Which I don't want to happen at all. So, let's get back here with my archers. Let's get back here and back here and back here. Yep, you can run, please. And go back to shooting at them. There we go. Yep. You guys cannot catch us standing in a boo-boo. Wait, you guys didn't just rout, did you? What's going on with you guys? Are you routing? What's happening? Man, yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like how long that lasted. Alright, no more shooting. No more shooting. Slingers, get in there. Everyone else, stop shooting. In general, you can help the slingers chase those guys down.
Run!
That's going to be 1 armored hoplite down. Just a few more to go. Well, actually, no. There's quite a few more to go. Yeah, Mazaka. They still have an army in Mazaka. Actually, yeah, come to think of it. So, in my Julia campaign, I just learned that even when he did take the last settlement of a certain faction, that whatever armies they have on the field still do remain. They just become like rebels or brigands or whatever. So this army is going to have to be dealt with at one point. So yeah, yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's a lot of armored hoplites. Eventually, I'm gonna have to fight this someday. So it's gonna be worth, you know, like this is a good army for defending a bridge, because yeah, tons of archers, slingers, javelins, but you know, not really a lot of cav, or yeah, not really an army that I want to fight that many armored hoplites with. Although I mean, cav wouldn't really be a good thing to fight armored hoplites with, would it? Yeah, I suppose not. Another option is just to train up another army and attack it from an Arctic Sarta. I already kind of am I'm on the path towards training up another army up here, so yeah, I'll get there eventually. But it would be nice for this to not take forever, so I'm only a few more units away from having this be a full strength army. Would I? Oh, actually, that's what I could do. I was going to advance from Hatra with this army onto, I don't know, Mazaka or Sinop or something. But I guess what I could do is just simply go around this bridge and then threaten this army from the rear and then sandwich it somewhere with these two armies. Yeah, that's probably the best way to defeat this army. Is just 2v1 it. You know, that's a lot of spears. That's a lot of hoplites. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to return to Ankyra from defeating those armored hoplites, so let's make our way back. And then from Sardis, we can send Shabaka. Shabaka, yes. And you're just going to be killing these heavy onagers. It's a lot of experience. Weapon upgrades, defense upgrades. Yeah. Hopefully, that's not going to be enough to defend them up against my General's Bodyguard unit. Hopefully they do not get any shots off on us, because we are just going to be going straight on in And oh man, they got a shot off. Luckily they didn't hit us. It did go over our heads, but now we are into the cookie jar and we are chopping them down. We actually did lose 2 bodyguard members,
these men are perfect.
but let's make sure we wipe them out.
Victory is yours.
There we go.
And
Nice
no
and
one
easy.
can argue that it is not both.
I also noticed at the very end there that the Greek captain's name was Captain Basileos, which is interesting because my understanding was that Basileos, that was what they called like the leader, right? Like the king or the emperor, like the emperor of the Byzantines, the Eastern, Roman Empire. He was called the Basileos. So yeah, I don't know the exact Greek translation, but I imagine it's something, very big and in charge or something like that, right? So the name Captain Basileos, unless that actually was a person's name, maybe people were named that. I thought it was funny, is what I'm trying to say. I just thought it was funny, but I don't speak Greek, so if I'm wrong, and that's a normal thing, then you can laugh at me. All right, Galloper, command and control on the battlefield relies on orders getting through. Okay, I feel like I don't know if I've seen that before. +1 command when attacking. Perfect.
Sire!
Galloper, okay, I'll take it. Well, unfortunately, you can't get back to Sardis.
Forward!
So let's drop these taxes down a bit. Before I forget, I have this general who I sort of have forgotten what I was doing with him. He was being sent north, but I can't remember why. Apries Philometer. So maybe what I can do with you is send you via boat to Western Anatolia, just because I have these settlements, right? But I don't have like an enormous amount of characters over here. I have 1 in Kydonia, and then I have you, so that's 3, 4. Let me check. Wait, that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I have 4 total. I kind of want a 5th one out here. I would like to have someone to basically just to put down watchtowers, is what I'm trying to say. I want some watchtowers out here. That way I can use my spies for other things. I have a lot of spies in Anatolia, and they could be going elsewhere. Like, for instance, via boat into the Balkans in Greece. Because, yeah, this is sort of like the next area that I need to start keeping an eye on. Although I don't intend on invading it really anytime soon, I would like to know what the situation is. And I have boats here that are perfectly capable of carrying spies across the sea. So yeah, getting in some watchtowers over here doesn't seem like a bad idea. I don't need all 4 boats to blockade Tarsus. I imagine not. So let's bring 2 of them down here. And put you on the boats. Not you. Yeah, just you.
Ships ready.
And let's get them on their way.
Aye, my lord.
I mean, even shoot, actually, he could probably just get dropped off here, honestly. I can start placing watchtowers along the way. Well, that has been a long turn, so let's drop a save. I think I'm finally done. I've spent all my money on stuff, so let's see. Are the Romans going to continue to attack after having just witnessed probably their strongest army of this wave get wiped out? Although this army is looking pretty chunky, so they might be decent. But would this army be willing to come in unsupported, or would they wait a turn? Let's press enter, and let's find out. What's happening here? What just happened? Oh, the Parthians, right. It's always weird. It's weird when that happens, when it like takes you off into like, why does it do that? It's weird when you're just like, where am I? I'm in a pit of darkness. So yes, the Parthians did attack me. It's interesting. So I don't outnumber them by a lot. I would hope that I have a hill. Oh, they went around me and they attacked my other army. Oh, those sneaky buggers. Okay. Yeah, this army's not on a hill. Yeah. I mean, the army that I have it's interesting. It's kind of like, it might end up being a decent anti-Parthian army. You know, I have, what do I have? 7 units of Nubian Cav, 1 Sarmatian mercenary. What's your stats? I can't look at their stats, can I? No. 4 javelin units, 3 archers, some Scythian mercenaries and Eastern mercenaries as well. So yeah, like not a strong melee component at all, but neither do they. You know, they have a lot of horse archers though, that's for sure. So my Nubians are going to be very stressed trying to contain, what, 6 units of horse archers? 2 basic ones and then 4 Scythians. Yeah, we might have a better chance of just like killing their infantry and then trying to like trap and snipe their general. That might be a better way to go about this. Let's see, 1 star. Anything else? No, that's it. Just 1 star general versus my 1 star general. Do you have anything else that makes you good? Anything else? +1 morale. That helps. Reverent. Okay, yep. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. Yeah, it's a very even balance of power, so hopefully we can get this one done.
A battle's never easy, but then it's not meant to be easy. It is a testing ground for men, for noble men, and even the lowest of us is ready for this test! We go now to our bloody business!
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be just fine. I was worried that I wasn't gonna have hill, and I have a freaking hill, so... And I am on the defense, so I get to sit up here and make them come towards me. Although, since I do want to consider trying to trap their horse archers, can I deploy at all in the forest? It doesn't look like I can. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that maybe I could hide some forces in the woods here, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. This looks pretty good. So let's start the battle right off. I got my javelins on either flank, 2 here, 2 here, 4 units of cav on either flank. I got my Sarmatian mercenaries hanging out here, and then 4 Nubians on that side, 3 Nubians on this side. Eastern mercenaries in the middle, backed up by archers, with my Scythian mercenaries hanging out right here. I know they have like a bunch of Scythian mercenaries, so I'm not going to be too aggressive with these guys, but with the height advantage, we should be okay. They do have more archers overall, though. So, I mean, specifically, you know, they're horse archers. I didn't really... So, yeah, a mistake I made. I wasn't really paying too close of attention to their foot-based skirmish units. I saw some slingers, but, gosh, can you guys really not deploy like that? There you go. There you go. So, let's see. I don't really want to give up this height advantage. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. So, let's actually see if I can come... Actually, let's make sure I group you guys differently. And, I mean, the primary bulk of their force is going over here, but I don't want... Yeah, let's come down... Let's screen out these guys so my infantry can move forward. And then, yeah, let's just bring over you guys here. Let's get the mercenaries here. And what group are you guys? You guys are 4? Alright. 4 is fine. Let's go here. So the 2 basic horse archers are going to be on that side. And oh my god, I forgot my general. Oh no, he's going to die. Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. Oh my god. Oh no. Get back, get back, get back. And over here looks like I'm getting shot. So... I just need to charge downhill, don't I? Luckily it's starting to rain. Yeah, let's see if I can just charge these guys. I don't know. They probably are faster than me, but yeah, you have to run. Yeah, run faster. Yeah, thank God it's raining actually. Yeah, if it's gonna do that, let's try to do this then. Yeah, let's try to do this. You chase here, and General needs to get back. Like that. And I mean, yeah, just chase off the map, you know? Like, why not? I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. And then in the front, let's see here. Yeah, just keep going here, and then keep going here, and try to corner them and try to get them off the map. And then on this side, did we get them? So we're getting countercharged here. So let's turn around here. Sarmatians are running somehow. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, we just got broke. Okay. Well, that didn't work out. So on this side, it looks like it's going better. It looks like we might have caught them and we might be doing okay. So let's go back over to this side. And yeah, javelins don't want to fight against Eastern Mercenaries. General, come over here. And do they have? Is it like a lot of slingers? Maybe not really. Eastern infantry. It's tempting. Yeah, try to get some javelins here and then here. So yeah, they broke my left flank. That's pretty bad. Can you guys chase here? And then, yeah, it doesn't feel good. But you guys, I need you guys to come back over to the center. And then over to this side, come back over. Yeah, they're just skirmishing. That's fine. That's okay. I like that trade. And oh yeah, they have the Cataphract General. Oh my god. Oh god, he's just gonna kill everything, isn't he? I forgot that Parthians have Cataphract Generals. Yeah, let's just send my Hillmen or my Eastern Mercenaries in and see what they can do. And then, yep, javelins are getting on in there. Can we get javelins? Javelins? No, just go after the slingers. Go after the slingers here, and then you sound your horn, and then you shoot at, like, I don't know. Don't shoot at them. Shoot at the Eastern Mercenaries. And then come up here, please. And then you chase here. And then you chase here. So, yeah, we're doing...
General flees like a frightened child.
There we go. Yeah, he's running away. That's perfect.
And break the will of his followers.
That's perfect. Nice, nice.
Enemy
Yes,
general
okay.
has been killed.
Okay.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers'
Okay, that's
courage.
not so bad now. Now I think we just have to, like, rout off the rest of their soldiers. It's not going to be easy. I'm not trying to make that sound easy. They still have... It's their like Scythian guys that are going to be tricky. Because they still have 3 of those and some slingers as well. But if we take this one unit at a time, we might be able to get rid of this army. Yeah, those Scythians are going to be a problem. Because they're just like killing like all of my cav, which is kind of surprising. I don't know what's really going on with that. I mean, my cav, the forces that I have left are pretty weak by this point. But if, I don't know, maybe... Let's see here. I mean, I can bring my infantry down, and my spear, like my archers still have ammo, so like, just bringing them down and having them shoot Scythians might be okay. If I can just get them to run away, that'd be ideal, because what are armies' losses at 81%? Yeah, I probably have to do some damage against them to get this to be an army wipe. Can't tell if they're running away for good though. Yeah, they are. They're just running away. That's too bad. I don't think we're getting an army wipe here. 82%. So like if we catch these hillmen, these 19 hillmen.
Enemy flee. Chase your victory is sweet indeed.
Ah, that's too bad.
And
Yeah,
all the
only
sweeter for being
83%.
so decisive.
So not quite good enough. This army is gonna be, you know, survive, but yeah, considering that some things didn't go quite so well, I'm kind of glad that we actually came out with a victory here. So we did lose 431 men, but got 1,000 kills. So all in all, like, it's okay. You know, we can still continue our advance on Campus Alani. And suitable husband, betrothed Heteferes, and it's Menmatre Casaros. He's 20 years old. Yeah, 3-star general, so +3 command. Good attacker, +2 command when attacking. Untouched by fear. Oh, look at that. +1 morale for all troops on the battlefield. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Welcome to the family, man. And we got 9,000 in the treasury. Okay, that's not a lot of money. Death stalks the land in Alexandria. And yeah, so Kemwe and Tahatem. Looks like they're still alive. Please don't die, guys. Please don't die. Citizens killed 4,400. That's a lot. Soldiers killed 38. Yep. Okay. Star catalog. Hey, I just had this event happen in my Juliet campaign, so I'm just a little bit behind. I'm like on track. That's pretty crazy. This just happened in my last Juliet episode. It's like both these campaigns are like exactly like neck for neck. In fact, I should look at how many settlements I've captured in this campaign, because I think I'm like up to 27, maybe, I think, in my Juliet campaign, maybe. So I'm curious to see like how far I am. Faction announcements. Neferet Kasseros, good commander, +2 command. That's going to be for you. Okay, good job. Yep, I would say you earned that, and I can hire some mercenaries up here as well. It's going to be much needed. Much needed. And retinue expands. Mirror, Flamater, Torturer, +2 to public security. Yep. And then +1 to unrest, and +3 to law. And who is that? That's going to be you here in Memphis. Okay. All right. Construction report. So elite cavalry stables in Sidon. Perfect. So now we can get Nile Cav there. Yep, that's good. I want that. And then what else? Any other unit producing buildings? No, nothing. All right, that's fine. And yep, got some stuff. Nothing too crazy there. And marriage celebrations in Matre Caseros. Yeah, welcome to the family, dude. Welcome to the family. All right, let's make sure we drop a save there. And let's see. So you keep trying to bait me off of that bridge. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
My liege.
And yeah, I guess we just keep marching on up. I mean, spy. All right, so they got a full stack here. And are those the guys? Where are those Scythian mercenaries? That's not them. That's Persian cavalry. So where did that army go? Seems to be a pretty common question for me, as I don't know where these armies go when I beat them. You get back here, and I'm tempted to make a go for it with these 2 archers, Nubian spears, Nile spears, and 2 generals. Like, I know that's not a lot, but maybe I can hire some guys as well, some mercenaries in this area, this Tribus Sakai, to defeat those 3 units. Just a thought. Might be possible. And then you guys, let's keep you guys together now, so we get no more of us, getting singled out. Let's just hang out together and make our way through the snowy plains towards Campus Alani. Oh, this is interesting. The Greeks are moving out from Pergamum. Oh, right. They're almost to the bridge. 2 armored hoplites, Greek cavalry, and then the faction heir himself. Look at that. 2-star general. Not too significant, but still, as I've mentioned before, yeah, just based off of those 2 units, I'm already scared of that army. And, so what is their aim? What are they trying to do?
Mighty general.
Yeah, what is their goal here? I don't know. They're not, strong enough to take anything. I think... Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't really want to face them with just this army that's here in Sardis. I mean, I don't know. I guess... It's hard to say. I do have a couple more Nile spears down here in Halicarnassus. I could bring them out. How far can they get? Yeah, they can't get to the bridge, but they could, get to the point where they could march out from Sardis and Halicarnassus and meet up with them somewhere. And then up here in Ankyra, we do have some brigands to fight. 1 rebel general, so there is that. And yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of those brigands. I don't want them in the way, hanging out, just ruining my day. But that makes me think, do they weaken Pergamum to do this? Not that weak. Still 5 armored spear hoplites and then 1 ballista, so it's still pretty formidable. And Cadonia's okay, perfect. So we didn't have to suffer any sort of rioting even, so that's really, really nice actually. And the Romans did not attack me again down here. They did, so yes, the captain army, just let the other bigger army get ahead of him, which is smart. Yeah, that was the wise decision for them. And I'm tempted to single them out. Do I not? Yes, spy. Tell me what they have. Ooh, two characters. Galerius Scipio, 2 stars. Ooh, what's your chances of spying? 57%. Okay, that's not that high. And it's a Kundus Ahala. That's a cool name. They got some elephants. Oh shit! And some Balearic slingers, some idiot mercenaries, some legionary cavalry. Oh right, look at that. Some auxilia, early legionaries, some light auxilius. Nothing actually. This is kind of this is a fun Roman army. Not super heavy on the infantry compared to earlier Roman armies that we faced. You know, with their Praetorians and their legionaries. The heaviest thing that they have is their early legionary, which, you know, it's like decent, but, you know, not super heavy. And then, yeah, they got some mercs here and some legionary cavalry. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's really neat. I just want to 1v1 this army. Mano a mano. Philippus the Conqueror versus Galerius Scipio. Yeah, that'd be fun. And this army is like mostly fine. It's taking a few knocks, but I still like its chances. Just because this feels like it could be a battle that could take a while and end up, you know, making this episode go a little bit longer than I would like, what I'm thinking instead is just closing out this episode by wrapping up some brigands up here around Ancyra. So it's going to be those 5 units, and I hope that I can get away. I would like to take my whole army out if I can. And then hope that I can get these units back to Ancyra, so I can leave the peasants, obviously. And hey, Ancyra's gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay. Perfect. So let's go hunt down these brigands. And what do we know? Oh, 4 naked fanatics and 1 rebel general. So luckily, I got my ranged units, so they should do a lot of damage against those naked dudes. And of course I got my spears that can handle their general, so let's go in and mop them up. And of course, they're going to be starting all the way as far as freaking possible on the other side of the map. Alright, well let's get to it. I was hoping that we could just, you know, have our height advantage, but why? Why would we get to have our height advantage? Of course we're attacking, so we have to come to them, and yeah, I don't know. I think maybe just going head on might be the easiest way about it. I mean, I guess they don't have any ranged, do they? Yeah, they don't have any ranged, so I suppose that we could make them come off their hill and come towards us. My chariot archers are able to start to get some shots in on these naked fanatics on this side, so they're going to start to come towards us. So let's just retreat on this side. Looks like their general also wants to charge my desert access, so let's just kind of pull them in a little bit and then maybe get my general ready on that side. Oh, we can get back on that side for sure. Don't need to take a charge from a bunch of naked dudes on that side, so let's get back. And it looks like we did just narrowly avoid getting charged there. General, get back, and yes, get back here, and chariots come up. And are these guys still coming? Still coming, down to 47. Honestly, probably can just charge them at this point. It looks like they're routing. Perfect. And on this side as well, probably can just charge them as well. Let's move up my infantry corps so that they don't shoot at my guys that are chasing them. And are we gonna get in? Nah, let's not do that. Let's just get back. Let's get back, and yeah, so we chase them down. That feels good. And General wants to come for us again, so let's just get back again. And try to draw them into the range of my troops here. And then, yep, chariots can get back as well. A bunch of slingers and archers getting shots in on those naked fanatics. And you guys don't get caught. Try not to get caught. Try not to get caught. And yeah, let's just send our desert axes to save my chariots because they might be getting... Oh, you want to do that instead? All right. How about you do the thing I told you to do? That would be pretty special, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's go over here. And you guys can chase them down, maybe? Maybe not. And are you guys going to be okay? Or are you just guys, yeah, just getting chased at the corner? So turn around and... Can we win against them? Oh, we did break them. All right, sweet. Good job, chariots. Good job. You did it. And what about you guys? Are you guys gonna die to naked fanatics? Maybe just fight back. Might be okay. Can I click? Can I click? Yes. Just end the battle. So we lost only 6 men. No shit. Okay. Kind of thought we would lose more. My spears in that army are so dilapidated that it's tempting that even though the only spears I can train in Kyra are Nubian spears, and I'm kind of like past training Nubian spears at this point of the campaign, I don't really want to train any more of these guys. It's tempting to, just because, yeah, 3 units of Nile spears, 38 men, 15, and then 28, that ain't much. How long is it going to be till I can get to the second tier? 2,000, I need 2,000 people and I only have 875. Population growth is 6%, so that's good, but yeah, it's gonna be a while. Could I train Nubian spears? I don't want to, I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do with this. I'm probably just gonna bring up forces from Halicarnassus and Sardis, and then maybe try to take this on. It's only 4 units. I could do that, right? What about Nicomedia? Can anyone from here support? Or are you guys too far away? If I just bring the mobility assets, they could like support. Definitely. Yeah, the Numidians, the Bedouin archers, Arab cavalry, the general, even the elephants, you know? So, yeah. There's a case to be made for bringing down forces from Nicomedia, Sardis, Halicarnassus, and all just teaming up on this small little army here and trying to break them. However, that is all going to have to wait until next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. Until next time, this has been Kanastep playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.